Writer and director and actor Tyler Perry is clapping back at people that are criticizing his most recent movies, but his movies in general, including what Lonnie Love had to say about him hiring writers, black writers. Welcome back to the Kempire channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So this conversation about Tyler Perry and the qualities of his movies has been a topic of debate for the last few years. But most recently, the real host, Lonnie Love, and comedian Lonnie Love came out and said this in a tweet. Lonnie says, "I love that Tyler is paying black actors. Now, I wish he would hire black writers and directors that have experience to help him with his movies. He could improve the movies and make them award-worthy if he could stop trying to save money by doing the writing and directing himself." And Megan Good recently did an interview, and I believe Taraji P. Henson during the Color Purple promo talked about how Tyler Perry gave me the biggest pay that I've ever had in my career. And a lot of people were like, wow, that's shocking, but wow, shout out to Tyler for doing that. Well, Tyler was doing an interview with an actress by the name of Keke Palmer, Keep a Job Palmer. And of course, he addresses the conversation behind his movies. And he has this to say.
Yeah, but what? No. You got to drown all of that out, because if you let somebody talk you out of a place that God has put you in, you are going to find yourself in hell. I know for a fact that what I'm doing is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing, because for everyone who is a critic, I have thousands of used to be emails from people saying, "This changed my life. Oh my God, you know me. Oh my God, you saw me. How did you know this about my life, my family?" So that is what is important. We're talking a large portion of my fans who are disenfranchised, who cannot get in the Volvo and go to therapy on the weekend. So you've got this highbrow Negro who is all up in the air with his nose up looking at everything. And then you got people like where I come from and me who are grinders, who really know what it's like, whose mothers and were caregivers for white kids and were maids and housekeepers and all of these beauticians. That don't discount these people and say that their story don't matter. Who are you to be able to say which black story is important or should be told? Get out of here with that bullshit.
Yes! So Tyler is basically saying that he makes movies for a particular person, a particular community, not highbrow Negroes. And a lot of you, when I posted this on TikTok and when I posted this on Instagram, had strong opinions like, Tyler, that's not what we're saying. Because there are a lot of us that look like you, come from where you come from, are still where you used to be from, that don't like the quality of your writing, your movies, your wigs, your costumes. But keep in mind, because Tyler is still making tons of money, there are people still watching his movies. His movie still trend as #1 on these platforms. And I said this before, I believe a lot of people watch Tyler Perry movies are the same people that like to watch a train crash, because it's like, I just want to see if this time it's going to be good. Some of you just watch it because you're like, Tyler never makes sense, but I'm going to watch it because I want to laugh at how much it doesn't make sense. Or like me, I'm like, okay, maybe this time it's going to be good. And that's how I felt with Mea Culpa with Kelly Rowland. I love Kelly Rowland, but at the same time, I said, okay, maybe this time it will be good, because there have been good Tyler Perry movies. Well, all of this is stemming from, and shout out to our friends over at Yahoo, they remind us this flies in the face of Perry's 2020 tweet, remember during the pandemic, in which he showed off a mountain of scripts and shouted, quote, "work ethic" to the camera, leaving him open to viewers lambasting him for praising quantity over quality. And that has always been my critique of Tyler. And I thought it was interesting that Lonnie Love, and I'm sure I'm not the only person that felt this way clearly, because Lonnie said the same thing. I love that he hires black actors and gives them opportunities that other platforms and networks and studios do not. However, that doesn't mean because you're hiring black actors that it should be the fact that we're not getting quality writing. And yes, does Tyler have quality within his filmography over the years? Yes, I always go back to Family That Prays. That's always my go-to. And yes, some of the Medea movies, but the Medea movies, are they quality? Not necessarily. When you really think about comedic movies that are actually quality, Medea movies aren't necessarily quality. But he's probably going to call me a highbrow Negro. Um, they're not necessarily quality, but there are funny moments throughout. But there are plenty of, if you go back and you really look at some quality comedy movies that have great dialogue, great comedy, things that people still quote today. I mean, people still quote some Medea stuff, but me personally, and this goes with comedy in general, some people love Dave Chappelle. Some people hate Kevin Hart. I don't think you're ever going to find people that love Tyler all around. But I did want to point out some of the things that you guys were saying in the comment section when I reported on this. And one of the things saying this, because someone says this, people always have the option not to watch, one user says. And I think people want to support this black man that's doing big things in Hollywood. I think that part of the reason people do watch is because they want to be like, okay, maybe this one will be good. And then they're highly disappointed. And some of you say, no, I actually like this particular one. I've seen mixed things. I saw mixed things about Mia Culpa, and I've seen mixed things about Divorce in the Black. But I also want to read some of the other critiques, constructural critiques that people have, constructive tweets. So one person says what he should do is hiring writers. And I've said this before. If you watch our Tuesday Takeover, our Thirsty Thursdays, or any of our lives, and we've talked about Tyler, the same way that you're giving opportunities to black actors, black writers will only make you look better. This is not about ignoring a sector of our community. That's not what we're talking about, because the sector you're talking about that you're trying to give a face to is the same people saying the same thing. Yes, there are people that love his movies. Like I said, I've seen a mix of that in the comment section. And one person says, yeah, he definitely knows his target audience. And after 7 minutes of that movie, I ain't part of said target audience. Another one says, no one is saying to stop telling the stories of, quote, regular black folks. We said you need to hire some writers to flesh out these plots. I refused to watch this most recent movie because I already knew what time it was. And I think that's what's happening. I think Tyler has rested on the laurels of people will have been watching his stuff, but now people are getting tired of it. And I would be interested to see, yes, his movies still hit #1 on certain platforms, but it would be interesting to see what the number of people that were watching back in the day over time, has that number increased? Because just because it's #1 doesn't mean that it's the same number that a movie that he had 10 years ago was doing. But streaming, they never really share those numbers. And now these movies are in the theaters, so it's kind of hard to navigate those types of things. Another person says his movies are popular, but sometimes they don't make sense logically and are over the top. I used to love the Medea plays. Another person says, I think average brow people have the same concerns too. Okay? Another person says in my comment section, his craft, it's his business. He has a core fan base who loves him. If people don't like it, look at something else. Why should he change? Some writers have never reached his plateau. His net worth is over $1 billion. Net worth doesn't mean quality. And I've said that before. Ratings doesn't mean quality. Good quality or bad quality. Another person says, no one is telling him to stop creating. They are saying to create better with more intention. And I think that is the resounding thing. No one wants Tyler Perry to fail. I think people want quality. And I think as we become more evolved, as we become exposed to young writers on social media, young comedic talent on social media and on platforms like YouTube, we're seeing like this isn't quality, yet these young talented writers don't have a platform to create the way that he's able to create and put things out there. Yes, he's been able to create this empire, but what could his empire look like? What could his legacy look like with actual people that he has nurtured and mentored as writers and given them a platform? I said it before, I'll say it again. I think this would only make him not only richer, but his legacy even bigger with quality content. And I get it. No one, if you're an artist, I'm an artist, I'm a creative, he's a creative. Creatives, as Erykah Badu has said, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my ish. Okay? So I understand the criticism. He doesn't like the criticism. But as someone that's putting content out to the world and he's not protected from criticism, very much like any other person that's putting out content to the world, there will be their critics. But I get it. He has a right to respond the way that he's going to respond. But there will come a time where your community, the people that have loved your work over the years, that are going to stop watching, especially because now more and more people are talking about it. And I think a lot of people are saying the quality just continues to get worse, not better. With the more money that you make, the quality should get better. We understood and we accepted certain quality back then because like, oh, he's young, he's talented as much as he can. He's bringing out these fantastic actors. I think people's tastes have changed. People's tastes have become a little highbrow. No, I don't think that highbrow Negro comment felt passive aggressive. It felt condescending. It felt like you're not getting it. You are trying to twist and turn when people are just saying, I come from the same walk of life that you came from, and I still don't like the quality that I'm getting. I still do not like the stories that you're telling. So Summer House Martha's Vineyard star Preston Mitchum said this in a tweet, and I wanted to share it with you guys, retweeting Tyler Perry's video. He says, yes, because writing and producing a movie where a black woman from a small town cheated on her husband, acquired HIV, then ended up physically disabled in an is absolutely the groundbreaking black story we need to see. And that's the thing. We literally just posted about a new movie that Tyler Perry was going to be releasing, and we gave you the description, and everyone was like, Tyler, first of all, this is the same story you've been telling. We are not in that place anymore. There are so many black stories that you could be telling that are not this stereotypical story. And a lot of people also criticize Tyler for that. Like, we're not a monolith. There are other stories to be told. But as always, again, there is an audience for Tyler Perry, and that audience is who he's catering to. But now I'm going to say we need to use our buying power and put it behind people that we feel are putting out quality. Shout out to Quinta Brunson with Abbott Elementary. Quality comedy. Love her. Ava DuVernay. Quality movies and documentaries. You guys continue the list in the comment section. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.
You bring the lighter, I got the fuse. You make a fire, I'll add the fuel. Follow my lead, just watch the shoes. Gotta turn the heat